channel. So today we're doing a bit of a testing video and I'm testing the new Revolution products. So they've brought out this new range, and they are like the mirror range. They come in these gorgeous packagings. Because I've actually tested this already, it's absolutely disgustingly covered in fingerprints. So yeah, it doesn't look as lush as it did when I started, but we've got this eyeshadow palette. They also do a black version that's a little bit more grungy, so if you're into maybe your darker shades, that's possibly one for you to go for. But this is the glass mirror palette, and it is more sort of bright colours, though I've done a very cool look today. I've also got a couple of highlighters. Again, stunning packaging. These come with a little mirror. It's like a proper little compact. So this one is glass mirror illuminator, and again it's got a mirror. Gorgeous one. We've got this one, which again is in a gorgeous iridescent packaging. This one is white and it has a mirror as well. I have swatched these during the video, so you'll get to see those swatches if you watch to the end. I've also tested this glass liquid skin, which is like a serum illuminator primer for under your makeup. I really rate this actually. I really liked that. So yeah, that's another product I'm testing today. So before we get into the video where I create this look and show you the swatches for those, I'm going to show you the swatches for this palette. I'm just going to go row by row, and I'm just going to swatch every single colour just so that you can see what they are like. So here we have the first row. So we've got like a white with a green shift. We've got an iridescent purple or shimmer purple, fuchsia, a dark sort of silver, and then this one looks like a pastel blue matte. It is actually slightly shimmery, but it's not like massively shimmery. It's sort of one of those in-betweens. We then have a matte brown, and look how pigmented that matte brown is. We also have a dark blue iridescent one. It's the dark blue. We've got a shimmer sort of fawn colour. We've got a matte pink, which isn't really showing up that well, but it is really pigmented in real life. Got a gorgeous sort of gold iridescent, which again is not showing up that well just because it's so close to my skin tone, but it is stunning. And then we've got the final row, which is this gorgeous bronze, purple iridescent, well, kind of like burgundy. You've got a more reddy toned one, and then finally we've got two more mattes. So we've got this kind of like purple, lilac-y, pinky purple, and a matte blue. So yeah, they are pretty pigmented. I am pretty impressed with them. But yeah, if you want to see me trying the colours on my eyes and also the other products on my face, then keep on watching. So I've already done one eye. I'm just going to go ahead and do my opposite eye, and I'm just going to go in first with this shade here. None of these seem to have shade names, unfortunately, but it's this sort of blue shade. It doesn't look shimmery in the pan, but it is actually a slight shimmer. And I'm just going to sweep this across my lid. So I'm literally just carving out the shape that I want my eye look to be with this blue. Most of it's going to get covered by a cut crease in the end anyway, so I'm not massively concerned about, you know, taking my time on this bit. I'm just going to whack some colour on. So now I've got the shape that I want, I'm just literally going to go around the edge with a fairly clean brush and just give it a bit of a blend out. I'm then going in with a pencil brush, and I'm going in with the dark blue, which is this shade here. This is a matte blue, and I'm just going to draw around the outer part of this blue that I've put down. Basically, if you can see on the other eye, I want to take the blue just above where the cut crease is going to be. So like here, So I'm just going to draw a line around in that direction. Doesn't matter if I go a little bit too low as long as I go high enough up. Because if it's a little bit too low, it'll get covered with a cut crease, that's fine. But if it's not high enough, we'll lose it. So just like the other eye, I'm going to bring this colour down. But as with the other eye, I didn't put any more colour on when I brought it down. I just brought it down with what was left on the brush. So it's not quite as dark as higher up. And then I'm just going to put a bit in my outer corner, but not too much, because we'll be going in once we've done the cut crease with some more colours. So that stage is done, and it's just literally carving out where I want the colours to be. So I've just found a clean fluffy brush, and I'm just going to take the shimmery blue again, and I'm just going to sort of get rid of this harsh line at the edge. I wouldn't normally blend with a shimmer shade, and I wouldn't normally put a shimmer shade on my crease, but this palette is lacking some non-shimmer shades, if I'm honest. We haven't got a lot to work with when it comes to non-shimmers. As you can see, we've lost a lot of pigmentation. That's absolutely fine. We can just go back in with it. So again, I'm going to go back in with my pencil brush and just go back over that line. And then we're going to blend it out again. At this point, I'm going to do my cut crease, because it's easier to sort of tell where to put the other colours once you've done your cut crease. I'm literally going to try and cut it the same as the other eye, which is quite high compared to my lid. My crease is about here, and I've gone, you see my crease is here, I've gone quite a bit higher. So I'm going to try and mirror that on the other side. And then just at the far corner, just blend that out with my finger, just so you don't get a harsh line. And then to start with, I'm going to go in with the lid colour that I've used, which is this sort of white shade here with a green reflect. It's a very beautiful shade, and I'm going to pop that all over my lid. 2/3 of my lid maybe. Next I'm going to take this lighter blue, so this shade here, and I'm just going to use that on the sort of outer portion, not all the way to the edge, because we're going to go dark right at the edge. And then I'm going to actually go over the top with this colour again. And then far corner, we go in with this dark blue here. And we're just blending it to the middle. I'm just going to take the fluffy brush and just sort of blend all that out and together. And I'm just going to go back in with this dark blue on my pencil brush, just to sort of carve out the crease, just because we've lost a little bit of definition, because my crease cutting skills aren't as good as they could be. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go off camera, sort out my lashes and liner, because you don't really need to watch me do that. I don't want this video to be too long. And then I'll come back and we'll do my base, because I've got, you know, lots of base products to try today. So yeah, I shall be back in a minute. This is the next step. I've just popped this on, which is the Glass Liquid Skin Illuminating Skin Primer. This is kind of sticky, not in a horrible way, like tacky should I say. It doesn't feel as moisturising as the illuminating primer I usually use, but this is more like a very sort of wet serum. I'll show you the consistency if you can see this. It's very, very liquidy, and I'm used to using more of a cream, so that might be why. I'm going to pop some of this Liqueur primer on. This I always put on even though I use an illuminating primer, because I always put this sort of around my problem areas, and I am really quite spotty at the minute, so yeah, let's hope the skin texture thing isn't too awful once I've got makeup on. I've just been a bit run down, so that's why. So for my under eye, I always use this same, whatever I've used on my eye base, just because it's easy and I'm lazy. So I'm just gonna buff this in, and then we will do my under eye. Oops, didn't think this through. I've done mascara and now I've just got concealer in my lashes, but not to worry. So for my under eye, I'm going in with the dark blue in the outer corner. I'm going to blend it out anyway, so I'm not worried about it being too neat. Then the lighter blue in the centre portion. And then with a clean brush, I'm just putting the white shimmer shade, and I'm just going to use this as a bit of an inner corner highlight as well. And then I'm taking this big fluffy brush and I'm just going to take a little bit of that blue on it, the lighter blue, and just blend that under the eyes, just to sort of tie everything in. So now for foundation, I just use the Glow by Primark. It's only £6 and it does a really good job for my skin type, which is like dry. Powder, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So next we're doing contour, and it is the Rimmel Kate contour kit. It's just the middle shade that I use. And then I'm using the e.l.f. bronzer, and I generally just bronze the outer portion of my forehead, my cheeks. Blusher, I'm going to use this 17-1 Plum Puff, just because, you know, it's running, I'm getting some use out of it, so I'm going to try and get it used up this year. So next we have highlights. So I've got two. I've got this one and this one. One's called Glass Crystal Illuminator. One's called Glass Mirror Illuminator. So the mirror one is in the silver packaging, and the crystal is in this gorgeous white iridescent packaging. The crystal is very, very pale. It's like a white. It's almost like a white glitter with maybe a purple shift. And then the silver is a pink colour. That is really, really pretty. This one's less glittery. It's really pretty. So we're going to go with pink today, I think, on my face. And these have a little mirror as well, so that's really handy. I really like this highlight. So here we are, completed. Yeah, I am really impressed. I really do like this eyeshadow palette. I think I've gone very cool today, but there is pinks, there is browns, so we could do quite a warm look as well. And yeah, I really like the highlighter that I've picked today. So yeah, really, really impressed, and yes, I would recommend. I do think my skin looks quite glowy with the illuminating primer. I do think it's done a decent job at illuminating my skin, even though my skin is pretty haggard at the minute and is covered in spots. I think it's done a pretty good job. So yeah, really, really pleased, and I would recommend. So I hope you did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do consider subscribing, as I do these type of videos quite a lot. So if there's a new release that you're interested in from Revolution. Chances are I'll probably end up getting them and testing them on my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.